Welcome folks to this tutorial on how to customise our Parent Childcare Costs Poster for use in your service. We've created these customisable posters to help you advertise to your parents how much your service could actually cost if they access universal credit or tax-free childcare, which the majority of your parents should be able to access. We're going to take a look at how you can edit it in PowerPoint. If you don't have PowerPoint, you can skip ahead to the Using Adobe Express section, which is a free online tool you can use to edit the poster too. It's also useful to be aware that I'm using an Apple computer, so some things may appear differently if you're using a Windows computer or a tablet, or you're using a different version of PowerPoint. For example, when you open up the PowerPoint, these fonts here might not be installed in your computer, so may appear with a different font, which you can just change to something you like. Let's open the file in PowerPoint. In the folder you downloaded from our site, you'll find this document with .pptx at the end. Let's open this one. Now, when you open it, you'll see a few different slides. We're going to just focus on the top one in this video. And before starting, I'd recommend right-clicking on the slide and then click duplicate. This means if you make a mistake or you make a mess and you don't like how things have worked out, you've always got a fresh one to start on. There's 4 text boxes we need to customise. We've got the universal credit price, the tax-free childcare price, and then our normal fee price on the green box and on the blue box too. For the purpose of this tutorial, our fees are going to be £16, so we need to edit the poster to reflect that. To do that, we're just going to click on the £15.20 and a box should come up around it. We can then edit this number, so just delete the £15.20 and type in your fees. In this example, we're going for 16. The 16's sitting a little bit funny, so let's zoom in using the bar down the bottom right here to get a better look at it. Let's move it into a better position. So we'll click on the edge of the box and we can just drag that into place using the mouse. If you want to be super accurate, you can use the keyboard arrows to nudge it into position. So happy with that, let's do the same on the blue box. Once we've done this, we need to change these other figures, and for that we'll do some calculations. The calculations are shown in this yellow box at the side here, but don't worry, this won't print out or appear when we save this as a picture. Firstly, let's figure out how much our universal credit figure is in this green box. So I'll come over to my calculator. The calculation for this one is our current fee of £16 multiplied by 0.85, and that gives us £13.60. So now we take our original £16 and take away £13.60 from that, and that gives us our final figure of £2.40, and this is the number we're going to put in the green box. So we just click on the box, delete our number, and add in our newly calculated figure. In this example it was £2.40, and there we go. So let's now calculate our tax-free childcare figure. The calculation for this one is slightly different. We take our initial fee of £16 and multiply that by 0.2. That gives us £3.20. And then we take our £16, take away that £3.20, and our new figure for the tax-free childcare in the blue box is £12.80. So let's update that as we did in the green box and position it in place so it looks a little bit better. The last thing we need to do to customise this is add your service's logo into the blank space at the bottom. To do this, you'll need to have a copy of your logo saved on your computer. And to add the logo onto your poster, I need to click Insert at the top here, then click on Pictures and then Pictures from File. I'll then need to locate the picture of my logo on my computer. Once you've found it, double click it and it should appear on your poster. You can then just drag it into place and resize it until you're happy that it fits. Once you're happy with your poster, you can now print it or save it as an image. Again, keep in mind the path to do this might be slightly different on your computer. To print, we're going to click File, which for some reason you can't see on my screen, but it should be at the top left of your window somewhere, and then we'll click on Print. We then want to click Selected Slides, so we're printing only the poster you want and not all the other slides. So as you see when we click that, it's just the one slide we can see now. And then we're going to set the paper size. Mine's is set to A4 currently. Your computer might have an option for A3, but if not, you can make a custom size, and these are the numbers for A3. The width will be 297mm and the height will be 420mm. Hit OK, and if you're happy with all the other settings, click print, and that should be that. Now, to save this poster as an image for your website or maybe your social media, we're going to File again, and this time we're going to click Export. This might look slightly different, but you should be given similar options on your computer. Name the file as you wish, then we will select the file format. I will make this a PNG file, but you can also use JPEG or TIFF too. If you want this in high resolution for printing out, for example, I'd use these numbers that are on the screen. However, it might make the file quite large in size, so if you want to use it on social media or to quickly upload onto your website, you might want to make these numbers a wee bit smaller. Once you're ready, hit export, and now we will go to our folder, and there we have our PNG file. Click on that and you will have your poster. It should show the full poster on your screen. It's just because I'm recording my screen, you can't see the full thing. Okay, so let's look at how we can use Adobe Express to customize this poster. Just to be clear, SOSCN has no affiliation with Adobe. However, it is a useful free tool. You'll just need to create an account. Some features you will need to pay for, but for this tutorial and to edit this poster, you can use the completely free offerings. Once you've created your account and you're logged in, we'll go to this plus sign at the top left of the page. Then we'll click Custom Size to create an A3 template. Click on the grey box to change the measurements from pixels to centimetres, and we'll change the width to 29.7 and the height to 42, and then hit Create File, and this will give us our blank page to work on. Now we're going to upload the editable poster from the folder we downloaded from the SOSCN site. So let's click Upload on the left hand side of the page, find the folder and select the Parent Childcare Costs Poster Edit version. Double click that, and this should open on our blank page, and we can resize it to fill the page by clicking on the little circles in the corner and dragging it out. We have 5 things to edit on this. We want to add the universal credit price, tax-free childcare price, our original fees, and we also want to add our services logo. Let's get started by adding a text box. The text option is highlighted on the left of the screen, and we can see the purple box at the top here saying add your text. Click on this and a text box should appear. For this tutorial, I'm just going to use the original costs that were in the example poster. However, if you want to calculate your own costs, you can skip back to the calculations section of this video, and that will help you make those calculations. Let's click and drag this box to somewhere we can easily see it. Highlight the text, and we will put in our example figure of £2.28. Click and drag into place. To change the colour of the text, click the black box below fill, and this will give us an option of different colours. I'll keep it simple with white just now. Let's change the font. I'm going to use one of the recommended fonts up here, so click the wee arrow and it should move along so we can see some different options. So let's choose this one. I'm going to scroll down and add a shadow just to help make it stand out. So click shadows and you'll get some different options. Just click on one you like. Let's now align the text up so it is at the correct angle. Click on the text box and you will see a little circular arrow appear under the box. Click on that and drag it until you get the text at the desired angle. Now we need to do the same for the tax-free childcare costs in the blue box. We can right click on the universal credit number and select duplicate. This will make a copy of this box and we can just drag it into place and edit it as we did with the universal credit number. If you want to change the size of the text, just highlight it and come over to the text options on the left here and change this number. I will make it a little bit smaller for this example. Let's do the same for the costs of our original fees. If you want to zoom in and get a closer look, just come up to this number on the top right, click and select a percentage. I'll go for 25% for the time being, and it's zoomed in. Let's duplicate this text again and edit it so our original fees are £15.20, and we can change the size and position it to make it fit. When we've done this, we can then duplicate this £15.20 box, so all we have to do is get the right angle, and you can use your keyboard arrows to be nice and accurate with your positioning. Let's zoom back out to 10% to take a look, and once we're happy, we can now get adding our logo in the blank space at the bottom right corner of the poster. To do this, we're going to go over and click Media on the left hand side of the page, and we will click the purple tab Upload from Device. To do this, you will need a copy of your service's logo saved on your computer. Once you've located your logo, double click it and it will upload onto your poster. We'll simply click and drag it to our desired location. You might want to resize it to help it fit better too. Once you're happy with your poster, simply come up to the top of the page and click Download. You can change the file type, but I would just go with the recommended PNG file format. Then click the purple Download tab and your poster should start downloading. It will likely go into your Downloads folder on your computer. Rename it and click Save to save a copy onto your computer. However, you don't have to save this on Adobe Express. Every time you log in, you'll be able to access and edit this unless you delete it. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Both PowerPoint and Adobe Express are useful tools for creating images and posters. Once you've used them a few times, you'll start to become a bit more confident with them, and don't be afraid to experiment with them too. And if you ever get stuck, I'm sure you'll have some tech-savvy children in your service that can help you out.